How exactly does a technical product manager differ from a Scrum Manager? In this video, we're going to compare these two professions from the inside out. And my name is Josh. I'm one of the founders here at Product HQ. And this video is for individuals who want to become technical product managers, Scrum Managers, any sort of manager in a professional organization, such as software development company or a product manufacturer even. And we'll discuss the similarities and differences in the roles, required skills, salaries, and career paths of technical product managers and Scrum Managers. But before we get started, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel for more content or comment below about videos you'd like to see from us in the future. Now let's go ahead and get started by comparing these careers. So a technical product manager is similar to a Scrum Manager. Both positions are crucial pieces of the product management lifecycle, and they even perform some of the same tasks. However, the essential difference is that a technical product manager is concerned with the middle and long-term scope of a product's development, whereas a Scrum Manager is concerned with the short term. And this fundamental difference leads to all the diverging responsibilities of the two positions. See, a technical product manager must be concerned with the product's vision. That is, what the product is and how the product functions at and after launch. Scrum Managers, on the other hand, are used in agile software development, a lightweight framework that involves guiding a product through multiple iterations. In agile product management, teams spend less time developing the product beforehand and are open to changes throughout the development, unlike the regimented traditional product management cycle. To make it simple here, technical product managers concern themselves with the product, whereas Scrum Managers are in charge of managing the process. Now that we understand this crucial distinction between technical product managers and Scrum Managers, let's go ahead and talk more about how the longer-term scope of a technical product manager differs from that of a Scrum Manager. A technical product manager is still a product management role that involves business, team leadership, and building roadmaps. But it also involves having the technical knowledge to shape the product over the long term. So they serve the product owner's vision directly and are responsible for translating that product vision into action. And technical product managers, unlike Scrum Managers, are responsible for conducting market research and integrating it into the product. Technical product managers must therefore find a middle ground between what customers want in a product and what the engineering and design team can provide. Then, by balancing the insight gained from market research and their ongoing relationship with the engineering and design teams, the technical product manager finds tangible, realistic ways of making adjustments possible and incorporating them into the roadmap, which is essentially the plan for building the product. As the organization's authority on product roadmap, the technical product manager is responsible for issuing tasks to teams, creating timelines for employees, and mapping the impact of these processes on business objectives. Unlike the Scrum Manager, the technical product manager must take ownership of the long-term roadmap and make sure it matches the company vision. Also, because a technical product manager is concerned with the long-term development, they must assess risks throughout the organization and implement measures to avoid obstacles from interrupting the roadmap. And this all comes back to that major difference between these two positions. Technical product managers are concerned with the long-term scope, whereas Scrum Managers are caught up in the day-to-day processes. And in organizations where there is both a technical product manager and a Scrum Manager, the technical product manager will hand off the roadmap to the Scrum Manager, whose job is to translate those long-term goals into day-to-day actionables and specific team tasks. Now, this may sound a lot like an arbitrary distinction, but it makes all the difference in agile development, which is becoming more and more popular in software development. And within this fast-paced development process, it is up to the highly specialized Scrum Managers to preserve the product's vision by adhering to the Scrum framework on a day-to-day basis. What this means is making sure the goals, scope, and product domain are clear to everyone on the Scrum team. They use agile project management techniques to assign tasks over short time windows called sprints or Scrum sprints. And Scrum Managers are also responsible for keeping the project stakeholders updated on the development process and how various processes are moving along. Scrum Managers convey information using tools categorized as Scrum artifacts. And some Scrum artifacts include the product vision, which, although it's designed by the technical product manager or the product owner, it's up to the Scrum Manager to communicate this product vision and associated tasks to the Scrum team. And this involves organizing daily stand-ups, sometimes called the daily Scrum, in which communication takes place among teams, performance is analyzed, and future tasks are assigned. The Scrum artifacts also include burndown charts, which are graphics that chart the team's progress as they complete tasks on the product backlog. Another Scrum artifact is the product increment, which is a list of all the product backlog items that have been completed during a given sprint. This dedication to sticking to the roadmap on a day-to-day basis requires Scrum Managers to be fully committed to helping the Scrum team at all costs. This can mean portfolio planning or Scrum analysis, but it could also involve the Scrum Manager performing tasks as mundane as moving around computers or even fixing the building's Wi-Fi perhaps. Whatever needs to be done to energize, motivate, and lead disparate elements of a team to complete their tasks, the Scrum Manager is responsible for it. And now that we've looked at the fundamental difference between the roles of the technical product manager as well as the Scrum Manager, let's go ahead and talk about their difference and their required skills. Well, both a technical product manager and a Scrum Manager are responsible for team leadership. As a result, both roles require leadership abilities, the ability to communicate, and the interpersonal skills to communicate tasks while minimizing conflict. This last skill is particularly important to a Scrum Manager, since they are involved in the day-to-day interactions between team members. Similarly, Scrum Managers should have the emotional intelligence to read a room of employees and respond in a professional manner that encourages motivation and productivity. And this will come in handy for the daily stand-ups, in which past tasks are evaluated and future tasks are planned. Typically, both the technical product managers and Scrum Managers are skilled in cloud-based project management, since both positions require keeping teams on track with a roadmap. However, a technical product manager requires a technical know-how to conceive and carry out a product's vision, and therefore, technical product managers require often engineering and design skills to some extent. And usually they have experience in computer science, again, engineering, or information technology. Technical product managers should be skilled in network solutions like load balancing, data collection, and management, and also software like Microsoft SQL Server and other database management systems. Now, this may often really depend on the company that you're working with and the database that they prefer to use. And Scrum Managers, on the other hand, do not need a comparable technical background. Scrum Managers should, however, be skilled in agile software development, and be able to use tools like Jira effectively, as well as be able to manage a backlog effectively. And there are lots of different software programs that enable a Scrum Manager to lead a Scrum team through agile development processes. And Jira is one of them that we just mentioned, and there's a lot of other project management tools. Now that I've gone over the skills required for both technical product managers and Scrum Managers, let's go ahead and talk about their salaries. So another key area where technical product managers and Scrum Managers differ, and according to Glassdoor, the average salary for a technical product manager is $124,000. That said, based on Glassdoor's data reports, the average salary for a Scrum Manager is about $110,000. And now that I've covered the salaries and how Scrum structure differs between companies, let's go ahead and move on to the career paths of these two positions. First of all, technical product managers are almost always hired as full-time employees because they must be intimately familiar with the product and company vision. Technical product managers can then move into more senior roles, such as that of a senior technical product manager, group technical product manager, and a technical product director, among others. And Scrum Managers, on the other hand, are experts in Scrum management. And as such, because they're focused on processes, they're often hired as consultants, but with that said, many companies have in-house Scrum Managers. And much like technical product managers, as Scrum Managers gain more experience, they move on to senior roles such as Senior Scrum Manager. Some even segue into private product management coaching. And now, having made that distinction, let's go ahead and wrap up by talking about the educational background necessary for these careers. So both the technical product managers and Scrum Managers require some experience, like a bachelor's degree or possibly even a graduate's degree. So they do have a little bit of a hurdle in order to jump in. And because a technical background is necessary for technical product managers, anyone considering this field should focus their college studies on something like engineering, computer science, or information technology. In order to become a technical product manager, individuals should have an entry-level experience as a member of a project's technical team, such as a software developer or even a data analyst. While a bachelor's degree isn't necessarily required for a Scrum Manager, it's better for people to have a bachelor's degree in information technology, business administration, or any other related field. More importantly, anyone that wants to be a Scrum Manager should have completed lower level experience as a member of a Scrum team. For both technical product managers and Scrum Managers, in fact, lower level experience as members of their respective teams proves to potential employers that they are experienced in project management and know the layers of the project management cycle from the inside out. Therefore, it's never a waste for anyone to spend years building experience at lower levels of companies that they'd like to work for one day. It can really help build your credibility. And there we have it. We just covered the core differences between technical product managers and Scrum Managers. And if you enjoyed this video and you feel like you have a better understanding of the two, make sure to hit the like button and comment below if you have any questions about technical product managers or Scrum Managers. Also, don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel and you want to be notified when we upload new content. And there you have it. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best in your product career. Cheers.